these incredible heroes who ran to danger with uncertain outcomes ahead of them were responsible for so many injuries being saved, who took swift action and directed people away from danger to save lives, even at the time that their own lives would have been in peril. They are heroes.
And we're back with a Fox News alert and the heroes of the bombing that rocked downtown Nashville, the police officers.
Here with more on these incredible officers is the president of the Nashville Fraternal Order of Police, James Smallwood. James, good morning. Thank you for being here. We know you're going through a lot in the community there, but one of the bright spots are the actions of these officers. If you would, share with our audience, what you know about what they did on Christmas morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me on. What we witnessed last night, or excuse me, yesterday morning, was nothing short of heroism and courageous actions by those 6 officers who received a call about shots being fired in the area, and they charged towards the danger like any other police officer in our nation would. And when they got there, obviously the danger continued to increase, and they took swift action. And they started working in the streets and in the neighborhood to clear residents from the area and clear pedestrians from the area. And they put themselves in between good and evil. And they stood the line and did everything they could and tried to protect the community. And they saved lives without a doubt.
James, I know this is such an unusual situation. I haven't heard of anything like this where an RV drives through and warns that it's going to explode. But tell me, what kind of training do officers get for a situation like this?
We do everything we can to provide the best training we can for our officers, but we can't predict every situation. So what we want to make sure of is that our officers know their duty and they are ready to stand the line and make sure that their communities are safe, and they're doing everything they can to make good decisions and take swift actions to protect the community they serve.
Officer Smallwood, we couldn't help but notice that many of these officers were brand new to the force or under 2 years of experience. Can you tell us a little more about what they did that morning? How many apartments, residences did they have to clear? Were there many people living on the second floor of those downtown residences? How many people were cleared from the area? Do we know?
I don't know exactly how many folks there were in the nearby residences, but I can just tell you that those officers jumped in and did everything they could to make sure that the surrounding residences and folks that were. There's a video of an officer trying to clear a guy walking his dog from the street right before the explosion. It just shows the true heroism of the police officers that were serving yesterday morning.
And as far as the investigation, James, is that in the hands of the Nashville police? Is that the FBI? What's the status of that right now?
I think it's a collaboration. We've got local, state, and federal agents all working together, trying to put the pieces of this puzzle together. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. You've covered a lot of them this morning, and I think they're working diligently every minute, just trying to get those questions answered and solve this puzzle.
James Smallwood, president of the Nashville Fraternal Order of Police, just thinking about the psychology in the back of your mind of a countdown of a truck that may explode, if even what the time frame is from the truck is saying is accurate. It's unbelievable to think about what they did in that moment. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.